Carla, hello dear. How are you today?
Hi, Mr. Spector. More importantly, how are you? Are they taking care of you up there at the James?
Oh, sure. Good people up here. I'm being taken care of like a king. And after all the years you've worked with me, you're still calling me Mr. Spector.
Oh, sorry, Adrian. And, well, you are a king, so they better treat you like one.
Oh, stop it now. You aren't in my will, and I'm too old and sick to change it at this point.
Oh, come on, you'll pull through. You always do. This isn't your first rodeo. You're strong like a bull, remember?
Yeah, well, even old Aid has his limits.
Come on, it'll be okay.
You've been such a loyal employee to us these past... what has it been now?
Almost 30 years, can you believe it? I almost don't want to.
Amazing. Simply amazing. If you told me when I was 30 years old that my little used bookshop in Stone Rock would grow to 5 stores, I would have told them to send the men in white suits. Do they still wear white suits, the men that come to take you away?
I think they mostly come in plain clothes now. They're very sneaky.
Ah, yes. Covert. That's a good idea. Then us crazies won't see it coming.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is all just making me so sad.
Carla, please, it's okay. Death is a natural thing. I've had a wonderful life, and that was in no small part to you. You really helped make this business what it's become.
Well, I believe in the power of books, what can I say, and how they can help our community, or how we can help our community with them.
Which is something nobody does anymore. I was always proud that we never sold out. We never became some big box impersonal Barnes and Nobles.
Noble.
Whatever.
After all these years in the book business, and you still get that wrong.
I always thought that was such a stupid name anyway. Now, Spectral Books, that has a ring to it.
A great play on your name.
My second wife came up with it. She was all into that stuff, that supernatural mambo-jumbo. Ghosts and spirits and fairies and all that crap.
Oh, was she?
Nah, she wasn't Kay's mom, no. That was Audie. Oh, Lord, that woman.
And is Kay...
It's weird how I keep knowing exactly what you're going to say. And yes, Kay is exactly like her mother. God curse her soul.
Yikes, harsh.
I'm sorry, but you don't know what that woman put me through. I'm surprised I even had a business left after she was done with me. Yowza, yowza, yowza.
Well, at least the fates brought you and Gertie together.
Ah, yes. On a clear Key West night. The air's sweet and clean. Third time's the charm.
I thought she was the fourth.
Oh, yes, well, first off, we aren't officially married. And I don't count Jolene. That was, a marriage of brief yet passionate, something. That was one night in Vegas I'll always forget. And an expungement 3 days later.
I think maybe you mean annulment?
Well, it certainly felt like an expungement. Off my record completely, like it never happened.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Let me tell you something, hon. I have never found that to be true.
I've still never been to Vegas. Can you believe that?
Save your money. It's not your kind of town. Although you should go once, I guess. Everyone should go once, just for the ridiculousness.
Well, maybe I will.
Speaking of ridiculousness, I was hoping to talk to you about some of that bit of business.
The ridiculous business?
Well, I feel like I've been trafficking in it exclusively lately with that daughter of mine pecking around the edges of the business.
What do you mean, pecking?
I mean the girl is circling the dying lion, waiting for him to die so he can pick the bones clean.
I'm still not exactly following, but I'm getting warmer.
Succession! Succession, Carla!
Hey, I love that show.
Well, as do I, but I feel like I'm living it lately. And with just as much profanity being thrown around.
Tell me about it. Unburden yourself.
Well, I'm sure you've had an inkling of it, about what's going on. I know my managers talk.
Yeah, we've heard a few things.
Well, let them all think what they will, get creative with their stories. Let them pretend they're the authors of those books they sell. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you the straight dope, okay? And it doesn't leave this little text chat, okay?
Okay, it's going in the vault.
Well, Kay has been... lobbying isn't the right word. Pressuring, threatening, being a downright you-know-what.
Uh-huh, I think I do.
She wants control, Carla. All of it. She wants my role. and she's been wanting it for a long time, plotting, scheming, chomping at the bit. And this was even before I got sick. So now I'm in a bit of a predicament, you see. I need my stores to succeed. Well, I don't need to, I'll be dead. However, it is my legacy, and frankly, Kay is a mess. That's why all I ever let her do was manage the airport kiosk. And that was touch and go for a while, too.
Yeah, I remember that. I came in and helped out for a while.
Remember when she sold the Playboy to that kid that was getting on the plane to Seattle? Mother found it in his carry-on bag and complained to the pilot when they landed. Dumb kid tried to play it off as being somebody else's bag. Ha! Oh well, so it goes.
So, what are you going to do? I mean, she can whine all she wants to you. It doesn't mean she's going to get the role.
And yet, I have to name a successor. I didn't know that I would be going downhill this fast, Carla. Frankly, I'm worried.
Honestly, I was wondering when that would finally happen. Oh, Adrian.
Well, it's happening now. I'm having the suits come in tomorrow morning and make it official. Right now, the deal is that it all goes to the next of kin, so I definitely must change that post-haste. So, can you be here?
You don't mean...
Yes, I do, Carla. That's exactly what I mean.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Spectre.
Adrian, Carla. Adrian.
Oh, sorry, Adrian. I can't believe this. Thank you. It would be an honor.
You've put your heart and soul into this company. You've devoted your life to it. It would never be what it was today without you. It's only right that you carry my vision forward. Kay doesn't have any vision. I'm surprised she can even drive a car.
You won't have to worry, Adrian.
Well, soon I won't have to worry about anything, Carla. I can finally leave all that nonsense to the mortals.
You have such a morbid sense about you. I can't believe you were never a reader.
Hey, I only sold the books. I didn't read them.
So what do you predict the fallout will be? Will Kay's head explode immediately upon hearing the news, or will it take a few seconds?
Immediately, and we'll all be dealing with the shrapnel. I'm sorry about that.
I guess it can't be helped.
I'll do everything I can to take the heat off you. See you tomorrow, kid.
Bye, Adrian.
Hello, Carla. Good morning.
Oh, hello, Kay. How are you? How's your father today? Have you heard from him?
Well, that's why I'm reaching out, actually. I'm so sorry, but Daddy expired sometime in the night.
What? Oh, no!
Yes, I know. It's hard to believe the old man is finally gone, but he'd been sick for a long time. A blessing, perhaps.
But I'm just so confused. I just talked to him yesterday and he seemed fine. Lucid and just like himself, really.
The doctor said that sometimes these things happen fast. They just go downhill and then it's over. They just came in this morning and found him. He seemed very peaceful, they said. Content looking, the doctor said, like he wasn't worried about anything anymore.
Oh no, Kay, I'm so sorry.
Well, I am too. I know how close you two were.
Yeah, and I know you two had your problems, but I know you loved each other.
Yes, well...
Well, I'm sure you have a lot going on now. Are you at the James right now?
Yes, we're at the hospital. They're going to pick him up soon and haul him down to the morgue, I suppose.
Right, okay, well, is there anything that I can do? Anything I can help with?
Well, no, not at all, really. Daddy's lawyers just showed up for some reason, unannounced. They haven't even heard that he had died. It was very unusual.
Well, that does sound strange.
Convenient, though. We were able to immediately begin the procedure of succession.
Oh, right. Succession. I guess that's happening now.
Yes, as is stated in the company bylines and wills and laws and what have you, I am now the sole owner of Spectral Books. Well, it won't be called that for much longer.
Oh, you're going to change the name?
Change the name? No, I'm selling the company.
You're selling the company?
Well, yes, to Barnes & Noble, of course.
But aren't they starting to close stores?
Well, I'm sure they have some kind of plan. They'll probably just liquidate us and sell all the assets.
And what's going to happen to us?
Us? Or you?
Well, me and my staff. The staff at all the stores.
I suppose you could try to get jobs at Barnes & Noble, although I hear there's a bit of a hiring freeze there right now.
Okay, this is awful. This is not what your father would have wanted.
Well, how do you know what he would have wanted?
I don't know. It's just, he would never have sold. He loved the store. He loved what it did for the community.
Community schmunity. What has this community ever done for us, huh? They can shove off for all I care. I'm moving to Maui.
Well, at least I'll have some time to prepare.
Prepare for what? You're not going to Maui with me.
No, I meant to prepare for the inevitable shutdown of the bookstore.
Oh, you won't need any time to prepare.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we won't be needing you any further.
What?
Well, do I really need to spell it out for you, Carla? You're fired. Effective immediately.
But why? Why are you doing this, Kay?
Well, that's easy, because I don't like you. I've never liked you. And now that I can, I will destroy you.
Destroy me for what?
For taking my father away from me, for stealing his affection for all these many years.
What are you talking about, Kay?
For trying to usurp me and ruin my birthright and take over this company, you traitor.
Oh, I see. So that's what this is about. You're just jealous.
Yeah, that's right I am. I can admit it. But now I have the power, not you, and you never will.
So I take it your father told you he was naming me as his successor last night.
Whatever do you mean, Carla?
He told me you hardly have been coming to see him.
I go there as often as I can, or went there. God, I'm just so glad he's finally gone.
So did you go to see him last night, or did he break this news about your bleak future to you over a text? Because it would seem kind of strange to him to text such important, sensitive information to his daughter like that. What I'm saying is, I'd think he would want to tell you that in person.
Well, who is to say he didn't?
Ah, so you did see him last night.
Yes, I went to see him. Jeez, he asked me to come up there and I went.
And about what time?
Not that it matters to you, but around 11.
11? That's after visiting hours.
Well, they let me in.
And he broke the news to you that I was to be his successor, not you.
Yes, and that the lawyers were coming in the morning to make it official.
And then what happened, Carla?
I left.
Well, aren't you upset? I mean, I know how much you expected to be named the new boss lady.
Yes, I was upset, but what can I do about it? All I could do was go home and cry into a supersized glass of Merlot. So that's what I did.
And when did they find his body?
I don't know. Morning? Early morning?
Like 6 a.m. early or 1 a.m. early?
1? I don't know. I am not exactly appreciating what you're implying here, Carla.
And what am I implying?
That I somehow heard about his little plan and, I don't know, murdered my father or something?
Well, that's a little too Shakespearean for you now, isn't it, Kay?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm saying you aren't much of a reader.
Well, neither was father. Look how successful he was.
Yeah, at business, you're not good at that either.
Nonsense, sour grapes.
You'll probably even find a way to screw up this sale, I promise. God, it's such a shame that it all went down like this.
Yes, shame on you. I'll be just fine.
We'll see about that, Kay. Hi, Gertie. How are you holding up?
Oh, Carla, it's so nice to hear from you. I'm all right, I guess. I don't know. Every day brings something else, you know. I'm a little discombobulated, to tell you the truth.
I understand.
I mean, it's not like it wasn't expected. It isn't like I didn't have plenty of time to prepare, but still.
There's no real preparation for it, I feel. You just have to try to get through. Keep going if you can.
You're so sweet. Adrian always loved you so much.
Well, I loved him too, dearly. He was like a father to me.
And I think you were like a daughter to him, much more so than his real daughter anyway.
Yeah, well, I can't really comment on that.
I missed you at the funeral.
Yeah, well, I was forbidden to attend.
I heard. That is utterly ridiculous, evil, cruel. If I'd had the emotional strength, I'd have fought her on it, honey. I'll always regret that I didn't.
No, please don't do that to yourself. You had nothing to do with it.
Well, now I'll have nothing to do with anything, now that she's taken over everything.
Yeah, I know.
And for her to have the gall to fire you, unbelievable.
Well, I guess it was only a matter of time anyway, considering she's selling us off soon.
And for pennies on the dollar, that deal with those corporate stooges is terrible.
What do you mean?
She's getting ripped off. She doesn't know what she's doing. The company is way more valuable than she's giving it credit for.
But what about the lawyers?
She doesn't listen, you know her. She knows more about everything than anyone. Doctors, lawyers, her father.
Ugh, I know you're right. You do know he wanted it to be me, right? He wanted me to be his successor.
Of course I know, and I know he put everything off, too. Everything. Until the last minute. Well, he put everything off until the last minute, all right, literally. Well, actually, he didn't. He never changed his will. He never changed any of that stuff. He was always putting it off. Procrastination was definitely his Achilles heel.
Well, by God, the man didn't have many others. Well, you didn't live with the man, dear. I suppose that's true. Anyway, towards the end he was worse. Before he went to the hospital, I mean, when he was still home. What do you mean? Just filling out stuff and forgetting he did it, or not doing it at all. He was stuffing papers everywhere. He got a lot better after they put him on some medication, but I'm still finding them here and there. They thought maybe it was a side effect of some other medication he was on, but who knows, really? Cancer is a strange and unpredictable disease. Wow, Gertie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, thank you. Anyway, I was going through his desk in his office today and found an envelope with your name on it. Oh, really? I didn't want to open it because of that. Like I said, he was very confused, so it might just be gibberish. Well, I'll come by and take a look at it later. Okay, dear, I'll be home all day. Okay, see you soon.
Carla, would you please tell me what is going on this morning?
Well, whatever do you mean, Kay?
I mean, why is my office filled with lawyers and accountants telling me some insane story about some secret will my father had? Some will leaving you with nearly all of his fortune?
Well, apparently it wasn't so secret, Kay. He'd worked it out a few weeks before with his attorney. He'd just forgotten where he'd placed some crucial documents and hadn't told his lawyer where they were.
Well, how will that hold up if he was non-compos mentis when he signed it?
Well, apparently he was quite lucid when he did, Kay, and his lawyer can attest to that.
This is insane. It's you and that woman, isn't it? His fake widow. You're behind it all. Just jealous that I have control of the company now. But that's okay, Carla. With all the money I'm about to make on this deal, my inheritance would be a pittance.
You sure about that?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you see, I think you overestimated the worth of the bookstore.
Oh, and how's that?
Stupidity, I assume, but nevertheless, their price was quite easily outbid.
By who?
By me and Gertie.
What?
Yes, you see, we're taking over the company. We bought the store. You probably have some missed messages on your phone about it from your people. And, although it isn't official yet, so technically I can't do this, but you're fired.
You're horrible. Just a horrible, horrible person, Carla.
Listen, I really do wish you the best of luck with whatever you do, though.
And what am I supposed to do now? I don't have any real experience in anything else.
Well, you ran the airport kiosk for a little while. Perhaps you can just move next door to the hot dog stand.
And if I ever serve you one, I'll poison it, I swear.
Oh, like you poisoned your father that night?
What? What are you talking about?
Or was it asphyxiation? What did you do? Smother him with his pillow?
This is preposterous. This conversation is over.
Be seeing you soon, Kay. With Carla's leadership, Spectral Books continued to thrive, opening 2 more stores in the area. Although she was approached multiple times with offers to sell, she refused, feeling it was her responsibility and honor to continue as the steward of Adrian's life's work. Although there was much speculation and innuendo about that night and how Adrian had died so suddenly just hours after seeing Kay, she was never arrested or even questioned by the authorities. She did, however, end up following her dream to move to Maui. She mans the Friar at a beach snack shack called Shark Bites, just next to the Sheraton Resort and Day Spa.